Hey, what's up? So, surfing inspiration can come from anywhere. This actually comes from when my kids were little and we used to go to the library all the time and have story time. And there was this author we used to read named Mo Willems. He has a whole series of books. They're all awesome. One in particular, I'm Invited to a Party. This thing is a surprisingly inspiring book as far as life, really, but we're just going to narrow it down to the specifics of surfing for today. I was going to read you the book, but fortunately, just before shooting this video, I looked up copyright laws, and I'm not allowed to read the book to you on YouTube. So I'm just going to tell you the story. It won't be as good as the book. I definitely recommend getting the book and reading it. The way he does it with just illustration and probably about 2% of the words I'm going to need to tell the story is awesome. So, Piggy and Gerald are best friends. Now, Piggy receives an invitation to a party. She's a little nervous because she's never been to a party. So she approaches her friend Gerald with the news. Gerald says, "Don't worry, I got you. I know parties, I'll go with you." Piggy's super excited. Now they're amping her out. "Yeah, we're going to a party, we're going to a party." Then all of a sudden Gerald stops. "Wait, what if it's a fancy party?" Piggy says, "A fancy party?" Gerald's like, "Yes, we must be ready." So they run off, they get on their fancy outfits, they come back. Now they're all excited again. "Going to a party, we're going to a party." Then Gerald says, "Wait, what if it's a pool party?" Piggy's like, "A fancy pool party?" Gerald says, "We must be ready." Piggy's like, "Okay." They run off, they get on their fancy outfits, they come back again with their fancy pool outfits. Now they're all excited. Yeah, we're going to a party, we're going to a party." Again, Gerald says, "Wait! What if it's a costume party?" Piggy's like, "What? A fancy pool costume party?" Gerald is emphatic. "We must be ready!" Piggy's like, "All right, if you say so." They run off, they add their costumes to their outfits. Now they're in their fancy pool costume party outfits. Piggy's like, "I don't know." They show up at the party, and wouldn't you know it, everyone is in their fancy pool costume party outfits. There you go. Gerald was right. All right. So, what's the moral of the story? We must be ready. Right? We must be ready. That is the perfect motto for a sustainable surf life, because the ocean is this dynamic, ever-changing environment, and anything can happen out there. And we want to, when we get in there, to approach it with the confidence of knowing that we are prepared. We've done everything to get ourselves in the right physical shape and mental shape and spiritual shape to deal with whatever happens out there, right? There's all of these undesirable things, obviously, that can happen, right? Looking at Ocean Beach here, the paddle out could be and is often tougher than expected. Could get out there and your leash breaks, and then you got to swim in. Could get held down longer than expected. Somebody could get hurt out there, and we have to save them. And then obviously there's all the good stuff that can happen. We could get the wave of our life, and are we ready to shred to our potential on that wave? I don't know, we could see the wave of our life coming in. Do we have the stamina conditioning to get ourselves in position to ride that wave? Or someone else could be on the wave of their life. Do we know how to get out of the way in time for that? It's just all about preparation. And I don't know, I break it down into kind of 3 different ways that we can prepare. There's the physical aspect of it. all the strength and the conditioning and the flexibility that's required for surfing. There's the mental side of surfing. You know, it's our awareness of the ocean, and there's the awareness of our abilities to deal with the ocean. And you know, I have a friend who wanted to surf Mavericks, and he spent a year writing in a journal and just checking Mavericks, preparing himself before surfing there, getting himself mentally prepared to deal with it. And then there's like the spiritual aspect of surfing, which is, I don't know, I say spiritual, but it's kind of like that intangible aspect of it, kind of the feeling, the vibe. Are we in the right headspace to surf? Are we approaching it with the right attitude? You know, the same friend, when he goes to surf Mavericks, you know, he makes sure that everything is organized and in place on land. You know, he doesn't want to have any kind of ill feelings towards anyone or anything, so he makes sure that is all cleared out. But you know, then there's people who go surf and they do it with the idea of letting things go. You know, it's also a place to just go out, and if you do have strife on land, you know, you're going out there to clear the palate, you know. But it's just awareness of knowing where you are that day. I think the thing is just to, as far as preparation, is, you know, we don't want any mysteries, any unchecked boxes, you know. With the desirable and undesirable lists, it's about being able to answer in some affirmative way to all of those ideas, you know. If undesirable stuff happens, do we have the tools to deal with it? And if the good stuff happens, do we have the tools to make the most of it? And like Gerald says, we must be ready.